What is this? It's a mystery package. We've got a mystery package today. Hello and welcome back to Gears and Tech. As you already heard, we've got this mystery package. This is from, like, I am not good at reading Chinese, but it looks like it's from PXN. There is a scannable QR code, but let's have a look at what's inside here. We're gonna start by grabbing my ridiculously sharp knife that has dulled and the tip has broken off. We'll cut the tape here. This is direct from China. So, not sure what's inside here. Let's have a look. I'll dump it out so you guys see it at the same time as me. Ha, you guys saw the other side. That's it right there. PXN P50 controller. This is a wireless gaming controller. If you read Chinese and or Japanese, you would know what this is for, but let's get that gone. Before we get too far into this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel down below. If you've seen some of our content already and have not subscribed, we want you to join our community. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's get back to the video. And so first off the bat, packaging of this. This appears to be a Switch controller. And let's see, so on the back here it says features. Features compatible with Switch and PC, supporting both wireless and wired connection. Developed with advanced app for button programming. Okay, we'll have to check that out. Supports one button to wake up Nintendo Switch. Good. Built-in 6-axis gyroscope for precise motion control in games. Built-in NFC chip for native playing of Nintendo Switch games. Designed with turbo button to support linear turbo function. With asymmetrical dual motor and adjustable vibration intensity. Built-in 550 milliamp hour lithium battery and intelligent power saving to make the gamepad last longer. And here is a short list of all of the features with, I don't know, little icons to tell you what it is. So without opening this, I'm gonna just look at the packaging. The packaging feels really good. Like, it's high quality, it's printed in color. I don't know what this controller costs, but I want to do an unboxing so we can see, you know, what the build quality is, how does it feel in your hand, and all of that sort of stuff. And then I'm going to look up online. And then I'm going to look up online what one of these things is worth so we can decide if it's good value or not. So this was sent direct to me from PXN, so I'm just going to have a look and give my impressions. Let's start with an unboxing. So we're going to slide this guy off here. Set that right there. And then I'll give you guys the first view. Okay, stuff's kind of falling out. That should have been there. This would have been the unboxing experience with that there. We've got an instruction manual. Let's look at that first, because you got to read the instructions. That's what you do, is you read the instructions, always. The instructions as a thank you card. Dear gamer, thank you very much. It has a user manual with a quick start guide, and PXN scan. I'm going QR code crazy. Let's scan this and see if this wants me to install an app too. PXN Play app download. So actually I'm going to download this because I do want to see how the programmability of this thing works. So while that's downloading, I'm going to keep going. It's got a card here that's in Chinese. I can't read it. And it's got a little booklet here, wireless gaming controller user manual, that has a combination of English and Japanese. But I mean, really, how hard is it? Do we really need to? Okay, so right off the bat, I was saying that you don't need to read the instructions because it's just a controller, but right off the bat, I turned to this page right here and it says controller 3D sensor calibration. Now, those of you who are familiar with the scene, a lot of the hot topics for especially like the PlayStation 5, even the Xbox and the Switch has controller drift, and that's a big thing, controller drift. That's where the analog stick wears out and makes you kind of do weird movements on the screen. So it looks like there's a function on here to re-center your analog sticks, your left and your right analog sticks. So there's a process in here to do that. So if you're experiencing stick drift, then you can fix it on the controller just by pushing some buttons and let it recenter, which is great news. The app is done installing. We need to see what the controller looks like. Let's have a look. So that comes off. There's the controller, and there is another little box inside here. Let's check what's in this box real quick. And we'll go like that. And this looks like it's just a USB charger cord. So USB-C. Now, the first thing that I will say is that these controllers come in a bunch of different colors. This is the color that I picked, partly because it looked kind of interesting to me. It's like a kind of mocha brown theme. And right off the bat, I have to say the build quality seems pretty solid. Like the materials on here are quite premium. And if I compare it, what have we got here? If I compare it to my PlayStation 5 controller, as far as build quality, like I don't think there's anything different as far as the build quality here. So, you know, my PlayStation 5 controller, those are about 100 Canadian dollars. So right off the bat, this controller feels the same kind of quality as a $100 controller. I don't know what this costs yet. We'll reveal that later in the video. We're gonna figure it out together. Hold it in your hand. Also, it's actually quite comfortable to hold in your hand. The thumbsticks the tops have like a rubbery top to them, both of them, which is comfortable. It looks like it's quite durable. The D-pad feels good. It's not traditional D-pad like Nintendo D-pad, but it is a comfortable D-pad. There's a number of extra buttons on here. There's an infinity button, which may be used for programming. The face buttons are actually really good. Even the trigger buttons they're not mouse clicky, but there's a good amount of throw to them. You can see there a throw and a positive activation point. So it doesn't feel mushy at all. It feels quite comfortable. So overall, I mean, this is a pretty premium experience that I'm having right now. It does have back buttons as well. So these are M1 and M2. And there's a slight little, I don't know if you'll be able to see it there. What's the best way to look at this? Like if you look at it like that, there's a slight little dish to it, which helps when you're holding it with your finger because you can catch the corner of your finger on it, depending on, I don't know how you'd want to do this. It's hard to get two fingers on the face buttons and still click those unless you've got weird fingers, but if you hold it like this, then certainly your fingers will catch there and it all works out quite well. On the front, there's a USB-C port, which would plug into this cord right here, and presumably this is the pair button, presumably. So let's pair it to the app. So I have the app downloaded. We're gonna open it up, and wow. Oh, there we go. Okay, so right off the bat, it says language, and the first two languages you see, you can't even read. But if you scroll up, you can pick English and confirm. Need to state permission, confirm. Now I need to PXN Play, give it permissions. You need overlay permission. Okay. Soulmate to players. Okay, allow. Okay, then I've got a number of controller options here. It's asking me, is this the PXN P20 Pro, the PXN P50L, or the P50? I think this is a P50. I don't know what the L would do. Hey, I haven't touched anything and it already says it's connected to the PXN P50. So let's see what options I've got here. Please customize the configuration here. Okay. Or you can choose the official recommended configuration. Okay, excellent. Please select the button you need. You've got an adjustable turbo. Okay, excellent. Please select the macro button here. Wow. This is like borderline cheating. Wow. Okay, so on this page here, it's talking about dead zone adjustability for the analog sticks. So you can tighten that up so that it's fine-tuned for your game. It doesn't look like you can adjust the default curve, but, oh, and you can even adjust the, wow. You've got so much functionality here. There we go. Apply complete. Wow. So this is, I'm just adjusting the different vibration feedback. And this is for right and left side. So that's the right side right now. Awesome. So one's big and one's small. Awesome. So the stick, well, look at that. So if I move the stick, you can see how much it moves here. You get a live graphic feedback. You can also see how well it's been centered. So if you do need to recalibrate, what I like to do is turn the dead zone right down. So as soon as I move it, it moves. And then that orange overlay shows you how much effective range you get. So if you want the whole range, you can certainly do that. Now, one thing I notice here, you guys are sitting here watching this right now saying this is the most boring review video ever, but I'm totally geeking out here at all of the functions I have here. So one thing that I always watch on any kind of aftermarket controller is how good these analog sticks are. And the thing that we're most interested in, does it register tiny, tiny micro movements? And you can see if I move this just a little bit, you see it move there? And my editor will have to overlay the phone screen. Can I go vertical? No. Because it's moving the slightest little bit. It has multiple step points. That's a good thing. Now I'm going to try this other one as well. Yeah, so there's like no dead zone there. This is actually really good. Okay, and then if I push the buttons, okay, now I got to go to buttons. So there, you can even see live view of me pushing the buttons. Are these ones mapped? And then can I see these guys on the back? Yeah, you can even see those guys. The M1 and M2 at the bottom is loading. Now you can change all your defaults. So you can just click and you can say M2 is going to be a button of, I don't know what button we want to make that. Add, and I want to make that, I'm going to make it the A button, and oh, we already were pushing the Y button with it. And then you can adjust, oh, you can make it do button combos. So it pushes 1 and then 2. So if I push that, let's sync that. And then if I push M2, now if I go back, save that, input name, save, sure, cancel. Okay, now how do I, there we go. And then you've got turbo options as well. So you have full customization of this. Now, again, I did not look at what this controller costs, so I have no idea what this costs, but based on how it feels, based on the configuration options, and based on my experience with controllers, which is heavily on more like the modded controller side of things and the options that are offered there, I've tested controllers similar to this on my PlayStation 5, and they have been as cheap as like, you know, if you do a custom modded one, you can get back paddles and stuff, but you don't get an app, you don't get programming, you don't get any of that. Those controllers are like $150. If I look at this guy here, now this is the PlayStation 5B Savior controller. It also has mapping through this little backpack here, and it allows me on the controller to map kind of the settings and stuff on here. Again, it doesn't have an app, and it does not give me the ability to apply, well, I can do turbo functions through this, but I can't like adjust the dead zone on the controller sticks or swap anything or anything like that. So this guy immediately has more adjustability, and this one is about 300 Canadian dollars all in, like when you buy it built and shipped to you. So this controller could easily cost 200 to 250 US dollars, easily. How much does it cost? Let's find out. Let's have a look. So this controller on Amazon, $32.99 US dollars. $32.99 US dollars. How can they do that? So it's wireless, it's got NFC. Most of the cheap controllers do not have NFC. They ditch that. Most of them do not have the vibration feedback. Now this is not the HD feedback, so keep in mind, this is vibration feedback, not the HD feedback. So if you're playing a game that requires HD feedback, this would not support that. But this video has gone on long enough just exploring kind of the features and functionality of this. The next thing for me to do is twofold. Next, I need to actually try this out, see what I think of it, play some games with it, and see how it does. Now this supports Switch and PC, so I will be trying it probably on my PC. I'll play some Call of Duty with it. Maybe I'll put it on the Switch, I don't know. Give it to my kids to try it out, get their impression. But I'm really excited. Like, based on what I'm seeing here, the quality is top notch. The app adds so much functionality to it. It feels really good, and I'm blown away by the price. If you want one of these controllers, I will put a link in the description where you can get one. And coming up in a future video, we're going to be doing a giveaway for one of these controllers. So the fine folks at PXN have agreed to give one of you this controller, and details of how you can win it will come out in a future video. It's going to be a joint partnership giveaway with PXN and Gears and Tech. We're going to ship it direct to your house. You can have one of these as well for free, so stay tuned for one of those. It is coming up. Hey, thanks for watching all the way to the end of this video. We hope you enjoy the content in this video, and we'd love to have you come back. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And for those subscribers who are looking for that extra special thing that you can do to support this channel, consider joining our members group. That's where we're building this community, the Gears and Tech community, where we can all enjoy content together. You'll get special perks, which we'd love for you to check out by clicking the link down below. For those of you who are just happy to watch the video, that's okay too. You can check out some of our other content right over here, where we've got some previous videos that have already been uploaded and enjoyed by many of our viewers already. We do hope to see you again. This has been Gears and Tech. Have a great day.